Вітання усім шанувальникам волейболу. Сьогодні четвер, 20 квітня, і ми з вами стаємо свідками вже третьої гри за бронзові нагороди в рамках волейбольної суперліги Будинвест серед чоловічих команд, де змагаються Zhytichi-Polissya з міста Житомир та волейбольний спортивний клуб Юридична академія з міста Харків. Ну що, шановні глядачі, сподіваюся, що у вас великодні свята пройшли здорово та на позитивній ноті. Ви зарядилися хорошими емоціями і готові спостерігати і надалі за волейбольними протистояннями. Ну а для вас цю гру коментуватиме Захарчик Дангіл. Сподіваюся, що ми станемо свідками дійсно гарячого двобою між колективами.
Good evening to everyone. Professional Volleyball League of Ukraine is back, and let me greet you on the third match of the bronze medal finals of Superliga Budinvest. Right now, in a few minutes, we're gonna see the start of the match between Zhytichi and Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Right now, Team Kharkiv Law Academy is one step of the bronze medal of this season, and Zhytichi has no chance to go back. This is only win situation, or for them everything gonna be finished. So early on, Zhytichi-Polissya couldn't have their main libero Anatoly Khvasta, who was ill on the previous two matches, but for now he is ready to help his team, even though the second libero of Zhytichi-Polissya is good enough as a player on the field. Of course, the emotions of Anatoly Khvasta, this is probably the thing that his team struggled with previous two matches. So let's start with the squads of both teams. So nominally, Team Kharkiv Law Academy today is the guest team of this Chernivtsi region Arena PVLU. So let's start with them. Number 1, Igor Antonyuk. Number 3, Євгеній Степовий, number 5. Павло Плотнік, number 7. Вячеслав Переходнюк, number 8. Олександр Ковальов, number 9. Віталій Сухінін, number 10. Деніс Дегтяр, number 11. Ілля Поліщук, number 13. Олександр Терещук, number 15. Микита Арбузов, number 16. Артем Трояновський, number 18. Анатолій Баран, number 19. Владислав Антоненко, and number 99. Віктор Шаповал, the head coach of Team Kharkiv Law Academy, is Сергій Коваленко. And let's continue with Zhytichi-Polissya, so number 1. Богдан Аніпко, number 5. Денис Губенко, number 7. Юрій Поліщук, number 8. Андрій Оробко, number 9. Віталій Бондар, number 11. Микола Рудницький, number 12. Дмитро Кузьменко, number 13. Роман Калтинець, number 14. Микита Лубан, number 16. Микола Куранов, number 17. Олександр Гайдаренко, number 18. Дмитро Шаврак, number 21. Володимир Яблонський, and number 20. To Anatoly Khvasta. Head coach of Zhytichi-Polissya is Sergey Tereykovsky. So, as we can see, all of the players right now is with good health, and let's hope that in their best conditions, and we will be looking for the best quality of volleyball for both teams. So, as we already told, for Zhytichi, this is only win situation, otherwise they're gonna be done with this medal hopes for this season as well. Let me remind that this is pretty young team, and right now they got Super Cup of Ukraine as well as Cup of Ukraine, but 0 medals, any quality of Ukrainian championship, and with that, of course, this is the last chance for them to compete for the bronze medals. Earlier on, we saw how Vitaly Bondar sit on the chair. I hope that he is just fine and just try to get relaxed before the game, because, of course, this is the main attacker player of Zhytichi-Polissya, and without him, it's hard to feel the full Zhytichi-Polissya team. So, teams building up one opposite to another, and with the anthem of Ukraine, we're gonna start.
Чемпіонат України з волейболу Суперліга Будинвест серед чоловічих команд. Фінальний матч третьої четвертої
And with that, let's start today's match. So, first of all, let's go for the officials of this game. First referee of this match is Vitaly Parshin, who represents the city of Rivne. And the second one is Andriy Kovalchuk from the Lutsk. My name is Oleg Shumeiko, and let's get it started. So we're starting off with the Zhytichi-Polissya team number 5. Denis Gubenko, outside hitter. Number 11, middle blocker and captain of the team, Mykola Rudnitsky, well-known leader of this team and, of course, one of the veterans of the sport, but even though with his pretty experience, almost 42 years old, he still is the top level player of Ukrainian championship. Number 14, Mikita Luban, outside hitter. Number 16, Mykola Kuranov, the setter of team Zhytichi. Number 17, Alexander Hyderenko, who today gonna play or the middle or maybe actually the wing spiker role. Let's see, from the start we don't see Vitaly Bondar. And number 18, Dmytro Shavrak, the outside hitter. So two liberos of Zhytichi-Polissya is Dmytro Kuzmenko as well as Anatoly Khvasta is the part of the team as well. And let's see what Sergei Tereykovsky employed for this game, the head coach of Zhytichi-Polissya, but a bit later on. Let's continue with the squad of Team Kharkiv Academy. Number 9, captain and outside hitter of this team, Vitaly Sukhinin. Number 11, Ilya Polishchuk, setter of Team Kharkiv Academy. Number 13, Alexander Tereshchuk. Mikita Arbuzov is number 15 on his jersey, another outside hitter. And the company for Alexander Tereshchuk with number 19 is Vladislav Antonenko, another middle blocker of this team. And number 99, Viktor Shapovalov, the most valuable player of both previous matches. That matches actually was for him the best in the scoring comparison. 26 and 31 points in first and the second games. And of course, liberos of this team, Vyacheslav Parkhunyuk with number 7 and number 18, Anatoly Barin. So, as we already told, Viktor Shapovalov get 57 points in 2 previous games, so more than in any game before this season. So of course the top form for this opposite in the end of the season. And in the most needed match here we can see that Vitaly Bondar is not on the court, and let's see how team Zhytichi-Polissya gonna play without him. So number 17, Alexander Hyderenko, gonna play the opposite role from the start, and actually Dmytro Shavrak gonna be the next middle blocker to Mykola Rudnitsky as from the start. And Team Kharkiv Academy get their first point. Alexander Tereshchuk outplayed Mykola Rudnitsky in the first episode of this game. Luban to receive the ball, not the best touch by Gubenko, but first one from Alexander Tereshchuk is even worse, and Mykola Rudnitsky gets the first point for Zhytichi-Polissya in the third game, of Zhytichi-Polissya and Team Kharkiv Academy bronze medal match. And yeah, let's see what this squad that Sergei Terekovsky get for this match gonna show on the court. Yeah, not the best touch of the net after the defense of Denis Gubenko, and with that another point for Team Kharkiv Academy. Mikita Arbuzov gets in the attack after all, and Viktor Shapoval preparing himself to the first service of this game. In previous one he got 2 aces, and for now this is 0. Another point for Zhytichi-Polissya by their captain Mykola Rudnitsky, starting up pretty strong, even though that wasn't the best touch. The tempo between Kuranov and Rudnitsky wasn't the best, but even with that, Rudnitsky got his second point and third after all, after this nice ace service. Mikita Arbuzov today didn't understand what he should do with that one, evade the ball or touch it, and in the end the ball came right into the shoulder, and after all into the roof of Arena PVLU. After all, Mykola Rudnitsky was mistaken on the service line, so 3-3 in the start of the first set. So Vitaly Sakhin, captain of Team Kharkiv Academy from the start, is on the court. During the previous game, Igor Antoniuk, number 1 of Team Kharkiv Academy and the most experienced player of this team, replaced him during the game and was good enough on the reception and get a few chances and points in the attack after all, and that was all Team Kharkiv Academy needed from him in the previous match to get the victory in the 4 sets. Actually, both of games between Zhytichi and Team Kharkiv Academy, both previous games, let's say, in this series finished in 4 sets, 3-1, 3-1, both of them for Team Kharkiv Academy. And this is actually the 6th match of this team this season. In the Super League, and one more in the Cup of Ukraine as well. And only once Zhytichi-Polissya get victory in this matchup in the start of the Superliga Budinvest, 3-1, and 4 times later on Zhytichi-Polissya was defeated in 4 sets, and once Team Kharkiv Academy finished their opponents in 3 straight sets. So 5-5 after this service mistake by Vladislav Antonenko. As we can see from the start of the set, Pavlo Plotnik isn't on the court, even though Vladislav Antonenko is young player of this team and don't get much experience, but during these playoffs he was pretty nice on replacement of Alexander Tereshchuk, while the 13th number of Team Kharkiv Academy was injured. Not something pretty bad, but of course in these matches you need player with the best conditions. So Sergei Kolenko get chances for the young player, and Vladislav Antonenko was pretty good on the court in a few matches. So yeah, maybe not the best in the attacking role, but 5 blocks in one of the games versus MHP Vinnytsia, of course, tell us that this player have something to tell on the court with his game. 7-5 early lead for Team Kharkiv Law Academy, and finally this needed side out point by Denis Gubenko. Yeah, of course it's not regularly we see a lot of player that during this season most of all was on the bench, on the court, even in the playoff stage, but maybe Sergei Terekovsky thought something on the training, so that showed him maybe that other player got more motivation, and because of that they got these chances, or maybe main players of this team get injuries. Of course, no one of any team is defended from it. Vitaly Sukhinin, one of the best acemen of this season, right now wasn't the best in this component for the whole season of Superliga Budinvest. He already got 47 aces and more only for Prometei. Opposite Dmitro Shapoval, one more to be exact, 48 aces in whole season. Great attack from Shapoval between the blockers, and no one was ready to get the shot touch. Great defense by Luban and Hvasta, but yeah, that needed shot touch no one could give. So even though Luban and Hvasta did pretty well on the defense in previous play, still Team Kharkiv Law Academy get that point, and 9-7, 2 points lead for team from Kharkiv in the start of the first set. Alexander Tereshchuk serves, touching the net, and no one was ready to be the blocker for Denis Gubenko, and fifth number of Zhytichi gets everything with that. Yeah, Arbuzov helped block to cover Mykola Kuranov in previous play, but that wasn't needed. After all, Hydarenko touching the hands of the player of Team Kharkiv Law Academy, and with that we got a tie on the scoreboard, 9-9. Yeah, touch from Perkhudnyuk, maybe even touch from the blockers, I'm not sure about that. And Denis Gubenko to serve once more. Great reception by Sukhin. Vladislav Antonenko, pretty strong one in the middle of the net, 10-9. Yeah, Vitaly Sukhin probably gonna be the aim for the service of Zhytichi-Polissya this game. Most of his career he played opposite role, so of course reception is not the strongest part of the volleyball for this player. Yeah, what a shame that mistake on the set by Denis Gubenko. Yeah, probably got some cheers from player of Zhytichi-Polissya after all. And another service by Viktor Shapoval. Touching the net, Hvasta. And what a nice play by Mykola Kuranov. Vladislav Antonenko maybe would like to get more experience to be better in the previous play. Yeah, he got a chance to attack with the first touch, but missed the target, missed the ball, and with that missed the chance to get another point for his team. But Team Kharkiv Law Academy pretty soon gets their 12th after this service mistake by Mykola Rudnitsky. 12-10. Arbuzov on service line, but mistake from him as well. 11-12. Yeah, this is probably one of the things how Zhytichi-Polissya could get sets victories in this game. Probably everyone have some thought that the caliber of the players for Team Kharkiv Academy is a bit higher. But in case they got so much mistakes on the service line, and not only, Team Kharkiv Academy could actually lost the set, and in 2 previous games they already showed this one. Great attack in the middle, of course, for Dmytro Shavrak. It's not the preferable position, but still, even this type of attack, not the proper touch, but in case that bring point for the team, who cares, you know? Great touch by Suhin, but actually a bit of the side of the court. 12-13, 12-14 actually for Team Kharkiv Academy, but Sergei Terekovsky would like to look at the previous play. I didn't saw what was the call of the referee. Otherwise, that the point for Team Kharkiv Academy, was it in or out? Because in case that was the ball in, I'm pretty sure that actually Shavrak aimed the target. Yeah, and we can see this pretty clearly on the replay. So 13-13, this is gonna be the change on the scoreboard. Let's see this moment once again. Yeah, and kisses the line the ball in previous play, and after all went right into the hands of players of Zhytichi-Polissya. Touch of the net by Dmytro Shavrak. A great attack from him, but later on hands in the net, and with that another point for Team Kharkiv Academy. That actually was the chance for Zhytichi-Polissya to go for a lead for quite some time actually. 40-13, and Ilya Polishchuk on the service line, even though his service is not the best. But a lot of breaks from this Team Kharkiv Academy got, maybe with not the best reception of Zhytichi, and of course with the high blocks of Suhinin, Tereshchuk and Shapoval, who could deal with a lot of attacks from the opponent side of the court. Shavrak, another miss from him. This time, this is from the service line. 15-14, 1-point lead for Team Kharkiv Academy in the middle of the third set. Third match of the games for the bronze medal between Team Kharkiv Academy and Zhytichi-Polissya. Suhinin. What a great mind of Mykola Kuranov. Later on gets a chance to attack 1-1 for Denis Gubenko, and of course clearly everyone understands that this point is belong for Mykola Kuranov after all. Remember just his first touch in this episode when only luck helped Team Kharkiv Academy to get the ball over the net. Serve from Kuranov, Shapoval to attack, and Mykola Rudnitsky closing up the Zhytichi-Polissya side and gets the lead for his team, 16-15. He was quick enough to close this preferable attacking trajectory for Viktor Shapoval, and Mykola Kuranov gonna serve once more this game. Переходнюк for Polishchuk, not the best set from the 11th number, and chance for Denis Gubenko. Another one for Zhytichi. Hyderenko this time. Once more cover by Zhytichi-Polissya. This time Team Kharkiv Academy. Another attack from Shapoval, and another one blocked. 17-15. And we're probably gonna have the first timeout of this match by Sergei Kovalenko. Gubenko was the one to get the kill block in previous play, and let's check what Sergei Kovalenko want to get from his team. So Sergei Kovalenko feels that his team right now is struggling a bit in the defense and attacking points as well. So this is the points of the game. Sergei Kovalenko quoted about in the previous break, and let's see how his team will help each other with both of this component. Mikita Arbuzov gets the 16th point for Team Kharkiv Academy. Yeah, he got chances to get through the gap between blockers and to get this one pretty easy. 16-17 Tereshchuk, and what a monstrosity by Rudnitsky and Kuranov. Of course, these players know each other pretty well. A few years ago they played. After all, Kuranov for 2 seasons played for Dnipro, that later on became Prometey, and after all came back for Zhytichi. And once more gonna play for the bronze medal. Not the best one from Alexander Hydarenko. He got a lot of time, but maybe Sergei Terekovsky was decoying the previous play, because the ball went right into the zone where head coach of Zhytichi-Polissya stayed earlier on. Great touch by Mikita Luban, and after all Alexander Hydarenko gets the blockout touch, but Sergei Kovalenko would like to check out if there wasn't in the side of the court of Zhytichi-Polissya after this touch of the blockers of Team Kharkiv Academy. And yes, we a bit later on saw someone from defense told showed that the probably ball went in. Sergei Kovalenko decided to check and missed his first challenge this game. 19-17. Zhytichi got 2-point lead in the first one. Polishchuk to Arbuzov. Great defense by Mykola Rudnitsky. Almost, I would say. Yeah, he got the first touch, but that wasn't the best. And Arbuzov, after getting this needed point for his team, gets to the service line after all. 18-19. Luban receiving the ball and attacking after all. Get the block out touch, and 20th point for Zhytichi-Polissya. And we already can see that something has changed from the previous games. There's a lot of emotions by whole team of Zhytichi-Polissya during this game. Hubenko, Luban, and not only. And we can see that the joy and the will to the victory is already on the faces, and not only for player of Zhytichi-Polissya. 19-20, not the best service earlier on from Alexander Hydarenko, and Denis Dekhtyar replacing Vladislav Antonenko for service. After all, the first substitution this match, and let's see what Dekhtyar gonna bring this game. Nice floater from him. Chance for Team Kharkiv Academy. After all, Hydarenko, and the ball went out. Break point for Team Kharkiv Academy. That needed break point actually to get to their opponents. 22-20, and Denis Dekhtyar gonna serve once more. Almost an ace actually for Dekhtyar. Chance to attack. Polishchuk to the middle. Tereshchuk, great defense from Khvasta. Hydarenko not touching the block as Vitaly Parshin shows, but we're gonna get another challenge. Sergei Terekovsky and Mikita Luban was the one actually to ask for this challenge on the block touch. And right now both coaches get the chance to talk to the team. While we are waiting for the replay of previous episode, even though if Zhytichi was victorious in the previous play or not, we clearly see that the motivation to get victory in the set, and not only, probably is clearly on the faces of players from Zhytomyr, but this time they wasn't able to get the point after the challenge, and Sergei Terekovsky would like to get small break for his team and maybe try to get Denis Dikhtyar from the service line. With that, so of course Sergei Terekovsky told to his team that we need to start with the good reception. Yeah, floater from Dikhtyar is pretty good, but we can deal with that, and we need to continue play as we did early on during this set, and with that we gonna have chances to get the victory in this one. So let's see what the 10th number of Team Kharkiv Academy gonna bring after this break. 21-20. And Denis Dikhtyar only waiting for a whistle from Vitaly Parshin. But we still don't have this one. Not sure why. Yeah, finally we get back into the game. Denis Dikhtyar, Luban on reception. Attack from Hydarenko to the line, but that was the attack line fault. 22-20. And yeah, this small mistake that would be pretty bad for Zhytichi-Polissya. 22-20, already 2-point lead in the end of the first set for Team Kharkiv Academy. But let me tell what, that Zhytichi-Polissya was pretty good in the first set, and let's hope that this game of Zhytichi-Polissya gonna continue, even though in the end they're struggling a bit in the attack, most of all after the error in the attack from Mikita Luban. Sergei Terekovsky would like to talk to his team once more. So first of all, Terekovsky started with talk to the Mikita Luban. He felt that in previous play outside hitter was not in the right timing prepared for the attack. He felt that even though the setter didn't get his touch, Mikita Luban already was in the place to attack, so the wrong tempo in previous one. And let's see, will Mikita Luban be able to get that needed point? Finally he go through the block, and 21st for Zhytichi-Polissya. After all, Vitaly Sakhin tried to save this ball, but actually the trajectory of this one was so good that get the touch wasn't the easiest. Yeah, Team Kharkiv Academy needs the third touch already, and another one by Denis Gubenko, this time once more from the fourth zone. 22-23, and Sergei Kovalenko reacts with the timeout. So the last break for both head coaches.
Чекати, да? Доводимо і якщо хороша доводка, пожалуйста, самі дуже находимо. Гуд.
So, of course, Sergey Kovalenko reminds about that needed side out point, started that in case of the good reception, Ilya Polishuk would better to play from the middle of the net with Alexander Tereshchuk, but I mean, this is the basics that all of these players probably know, but sometimes it's needed to remind about this one. Great service, but by the touch of the net, that became a bit easier to receive. And as Sergey Kovalenko asked for, Tereshchuk was the last one from Team Kharkiv Academy to touch the ball in previous play, and his attack was good enough. Shavrak touched the ball, but of course maybe because of that need to change position is a bit not easy for the player of Zhytichi to get with the better touch or better block position and everything else. Denis Gubenko get the ball into the out after all, but touch of the net of the blockers get the 23rd point for Zhytichi-Polissya, so one more chance for them to save this set, but not the best serve from Dmytro Shavrak. Finishes up the first set 25-23, and Team Kharkiv Academy get the first set of this match. We're gonna continue with the second one in a few minutes. We're coming back to Chernivtsi region on Arena PVO, where in a few seconds we gonna start the second set of the match between Zhytichi-Polissya and Team Kharkiv Low Academy. Vitaly Sukhinin gets actually the yellow card, so I'm not pretty sure what was the case, but alright, let's see. Interesting start of the set already, and let's hope that on the court gonna be much more interesting. Denis Gubenko, second attack of Zhytichi-Polissya, and after touching the block, the fifth number of team from Zhytomyr get the first point for Zhytichi-Polissya in the second set. Mykola Kuranov, setter of Zhytichi, is on service line, getting the first touch of Vitaly Sukhinin, and Alexander Tereshchuk get the first point for Team Kharkiv Low Academy. In the second, Tereshchuk is actually became the best scorer of his team in the game already after this third point in the attack, and actually for Zhytomyr, for team from Zhytomyr, Denis Gubenko already 7 points this game. And if we comparing just the stats as well, this is probably the first game where Team Kharkiv Low Academy after the set got less points from the attack than their opponents. And of course, this is the case from the 6 attacking faults and 8 more from the service line in the first set for Zhytichi-Polissya. I would tell that probably this is the first set where Zhytichi-Polissya actually showed the better level of volleyball during this whole series. But even with that, that was not enough for them to be victorious. Let me remember that 25-23, Team Kharkiv Low Academy was victorious in the previous one. And in the second, got already 1 point lead, but after this attack of Alexander Hydarenko, we have once more the tie on the scoreboard, 3-3. And Mykola Rudnitsky, the only player to got an ace in this game for now. Of course, a lot of players with really nice service play in this game. Not the best set to Mikita Arbuzov, but 15th number of Team Kharkiv Low Academy placed the ball in the needed spot right to the Mykola Rudnitsky, and he wasn't ready at all to get the defense after this attack. Sergei Telerkovsky probably understand that. That was the episode when his team could get a chance to get that needed break, but wasn't able to get this one. Alexander Hydarenko gonna serve after the error on service line by Mikita Arbuzov, 4-4 in the start of the set, and Hydarenko replies with his mistake as well. Yeah, a lot of dirt on the service line for Zhytichi-Polissya, and they need to deal with it somehow if they want to prolong the bronze medal series. Because let me remind once more that first victory for Team Kharkiv Low Academy gonna become the last one. They already get 2 victories, and the first team to achieve 3 gonna be the bronze medals of Ukrainian Championship. Superliga Budinvest. One more point for Team Kharkiv Academy. Teams got this side-out points. Not really a lot of rallies in the second set. After all, if you are remembering all the episodes. Polishuk, Gubenko with the receiving of the ball. Another chance for Zhytichi to attack. Uranov wanted to attack himself. Sukhinin through the blockers. And finally, Team Kharkiv Academy gets their break point. 7-5. Exactly this score was in the previous set as well. And let's see with this aggressive approach tip from the captain of Team Kharkiv Academy. Hydarenko tried to save from the back line, but wasn't able to proceed with the best touch. Polishuk to serve once more, and another one attack for Denis Gubenko, but one more time he wasn't able to aim the ball to the side of the court of Team Kharkiv Academy. Yeah, as in the previous matches, two wings of Zhytichi-Polissya receiving the point once more. Mikita Luban isn't pretty efficient in the attacks, but if we remember, in the previous game he didn't get that much chances. So if compare him to Vitaly Bondar or Denis Gubenko in the previous games, Sergei Terekovsky, once his team is losing by margin of 4 points, want to talk to his team, trying to calm them down. And of course after the attack of Shapoval, he reminds that his team needs to get a better later with the tempo of the jump on the block for this player, so in two previous games as well. But even though Viktor Shapoval for now isn't the one, let's say, scorer of the team, like that was in previous games when he achieved that much point that the rest of the team of Team Kharkiv Academy, if you remember in the previous one. But still, Sergei Terekovsky as well as whole team Zhytichi-Polissya understand that once they gonna let him get with his attacks, so that's gonna be not pretty easy one in the defense play for Zhytichi-Polissya. Earlier on, he got actually Viktor Shapoval, I'm talking about, 2 points from the attack in first set, and 2 times was blocked, so 0% of efficiency in the attack. And of course, Sergei Terekovsky would like his team to continue play this well, but right now Zhytichi-Polissya is struggling a lot in the attacking, and with that Sergei Terekovsky decided to substitute Denis Gubenko and Bogdan Onipko, the first number of Zhytichi-Polissya, gonna come on the court. Earlier on he replaced Denis Gubenko during the previous games as well. Yeah, some of them was good in efficiency, some of them not. And another point for Team Kharkiv Academy. Already 11-5, but only after the video challenge we gonna have the final call by Vitaly Parshin. Sergei Terekovsky would like to check the previous play. Maybe that was the touch of the block, maybe the block of Team Kharkiv Academy touched the net, who knows. And in few seconds we're gonna see what was the key of the previous play. to be once more investigated. But yeah, after first pretty competitive set, second one isn't actually good enough in just interesting for the regular viewer, I would say, because Zhytichi-Polissya just in some moments struggle to attack and as we can see already struggle to get the first touch as well. Ilya Polishchuk gets another point for his team via the ace. This time not the best touch by Bogdan Onipko, and Sergei Terekovsky gets another timeout for his team. Actually, the second one, and one challenge of Zhytichi-Polissya is already gone, so not much chances for Sergei Terekovsky to get something into the game via his pauses, and probably his team need to figure it out by his own. 12-5, Ilya Polishchuk gonna serve once more, and this series of services of Ilya Polishchuk is already pretty big. Earlier we told that maybe his service attempt are not the strongest one or the hardest one, but the blockers on the front line once Ilya is on the back is pretty strong. But finally Alexander Hydarenko gets that needed side out point for his team, and 17-15, almost an ace by Shavra. Great touch by Onipko over the net, and this time Team Kharkiv Academy gets another chance, and 13 points in the second set for Team Kharkiv Academy, bringing the player with 13 number on his jersey. Alexander Tereshchuk get the block out touch after this attack. Yeah, Mikita Luban as well as Dmytro Shavrak got the chances to maybe get the touch in the defense, but wasn't able to proceed with this one. After all, Vitaly Sukhinin, and he's another not the best attempt from the service line. And finally Zhytichi getting their points after the side out from the serve of Ilya Polishchuk. Not the best touch by captain of Team Kharkiv Academy, and after all Sergei Kolenko decided to get the substitution. So once more this series Igor Antoniuk replacing Vitaly Sukhinin for the back role in the fourth zone of Team Kharkiv Academy. And let's see, will Igor Antoniuk continue to play later on? Once more block on Viktor Shapoval, and Zhytichi finally starting to figure out what to do in the second set. Nine to 13, and Mykola Kuranov to serve. Ilya Polishchuk once more to Shapoval, and what a chess defense by Anatoly Khvastov. Yeah, that's the shame that no one of his team was ready to get the second touch. Yeah, small smile on the face of Mykola Rudnitsky. Probably saw the previous moment and wanted to continue that play, but wasn't able to get the touch. And with that, 14-9, Team Kharkiv Academy is ahead by a margin of 5 points, and Alexander Tereshchuk is ready to serve in the next episode. Yes, we can see Vitaly Sukhinin is not far away, so probably we are waiting that he gonna replace Igor Antoniuk pretty soon. Ace by Alexander Tereshchuk. What a nice serve from him. Mikita Luban tried to get the receive touch. Actually was not that bad, but the touch of the roof finished everything. In the previous episode, 15-9, Tereshchuk once more pretty strong, but this time long out of the court. 10-15, Zhytichi gonna serve. Bogdana Nipko, who earlier on replaced the best scorer for now, at least of this game, Denis Gubenko, gonna serve. Arbuzov, pretty easy with the reception, and Shapoval to finish this episode and becoming the best scorer of his team here. Not the record breaking for himself this season, like in the previous set, in the previous games, where he achieved 26 and 31 points in the second game. To be exact, this game only 6 points for the opposite of Team Kharkiv Academy, and one more error from the players of Zhytichi-Polissya in attacking component, and Shapoval gonna serve another time. Great one from him. Hvasta somehow get the reception, and Mikita Luban through the block, and 18th point for Zhytichi-Polissya. Still 6-point lead for Team Kharkiv Academy. Zhytichi need to go for a miracle to save this set. But we already saw during this series that 4 points lead in the end of the set, it not something that Zhytichi couldn't save. But for now it's not that easy to see from where that points gonna be achieved for Zhytichi-Polissya, because like if in the first set of this match was pretty clear that they are the team that ruling the game, but only the amounts of mistakes from Zhytichi didn't let them to finish the first set victorious. But in the second set, once on the serve of Ilya Polishchuk, they struggled and to let Team Kharkiv Academy to build about 5-point lead. And for now, this is even more for Team Kharkiv Academy. Last touch by Team Kharkiv Academy. What a save from Igor Antoniuk, and the ball is still in the air. Attack from Shapoval, but in the end of the rally, Zhytichi-Polissya is the victorious team. Actually, Shapoval missed his target, get a bit wide, and 12 point for Zhytichi-Polissya. Volodymyr Yablonsky, number 21, will go for the serve, replacing Alexander Hyderenko, who wasn't the best in this component during this game. Yablonsky, like one of the jokers of Sergei Terekovsky during these playoffs, came on the court for serving and got few aces, got few breaks, but for now, actually, in this bronze medal series, he isn't the best to achieving break points. But finally, the first one after this great defense of Zhytichi-Polissya and risky attack by Mikita Luban. In the end, 13-19. Let's see this episode once more. Number 14 of Zhytichi-Polissya outplaying double blockers of Team Kharkiv Academy. Not the best touch by Antoniuk, and chance for Zhytichi-Polissya to get one more, but yeah, no attack from them. Polishchuk attacking, but actually this first touch of Ilya Polishchuk wasn't needed to be that risky. He maybe in his thought felt that Igor Antoniuk would better to attack after his first touch. Yeah, a bit emotions from Sergei Kovalenko. He feels that Vladislav Antonenko is not quick enough to be the finisher of the episode, and this is the case why this rally was victoriously for Zhytichi-Polissya in the end. Vitaly Parshin once more want to talk to the players of Zhytichi-Polissya once Mykola Rudnitsky is not on the court. Vice captain of Zhytichi-Polissya, Mykola Kuranov, is coming to talk with the referee. Antonenko, another chance for him, and this time probably Sergei Kovalenko wouldn't get anything to talk about with his middle blocker. He was right in the needed spot and did everything his team needed from him, and after all he's replaced by Denis Dekhtyar, and another substitution for Team Kharkiv Academy as well, number 3 Evgeny Stepovy to replace Ilya Polishchuk on the front side of the court. Yeah, this is already the classic by Sergei Kovalenko during this playoff stage. And Denis Dekhtyar, earlier on he got a few breaks in the previous set. And gets once more, cause Mikita Luban get the touch of the net, or what? I'm not pretty sure. I felt that we touched the ladder that referee is standing on, but maybe I was mistaken. In the previous episode we couldn't get the replay of previous one, so let's continue. And we are continuing with another chance for Team Kharkiv Academy to get a point, and Igor Antoniuk achieving this one. Great counter-attack for Team Kharkiv Academy, and 2 breaks already for team from Kharkiv via the service of Denis Dekhtyar. Once more, this substitution of Sergei Kovalenko works pretty well for his team. Another service by Dekhtyar. Luban through the block with the touch of that gets finally this side out point, 15-22, and we're probably gonna get the back double substitution for Team Kharkiv Academy, with coming back on the court Antonenko and Polishchuk. And yeah, we can see that players that got few chances earlier on to show themselves on the court. He's getting back to the bench. Luban serving, but not the best touch from Igor Antoniuk. Yeah, he showed that this serve was pretty strong by Mikita Luban, and he was nothing to deal with this one. Yeah, Ilya Polishchuk tried to save this ball, but maybe a bit of the haste, a bit of the quickness of the player was not enough, and Alexander Tereshchuk gets this needed side out pointer from the serve of Mikita Luban. 23-16, and 2 points to go for Team Kharkiv Academy to get the second set of the third game victorious. And Ilya Polishchuk, the player who already got a bunch of the break points for his team this set, but this time touch of the net didn't bring enough luck for his team. The ball didn't want to get over the net, and 17-23, Dmytro Shavrak, not the best server for Zhytichi-Polissya, but this time almost get an ace. But what a beauty by Polishchuk as well as Tereshchuk. Somehow no one was ready with this left-hand tip from the middle blocker of Team Kharkiv Academy, and that bring 7 set points for Team Kharkiv Academy. The second set, Igor Antoniuk, the replacement of Vitaly Sukhinin during this set, once more into the tape on the net. 18-24, 6 more set points for Team Kharkiv Academy, and Mykola Kuranov with the ball in his hands. He got only 1 point this game, and this 1 point actually from the service line, and his team hoping that he can bring something more, but nothing with that. Fast side out for Team Kharkiv Academy by Mikita Arbuzov, 25-18, and this is the finish of the second set. 2 sets to none for Team Kharkiv Academy, and there is no way for Zhytichi to go back anymore. The next victorious set for Team Kharkiv Academy. This game gonna be the last in this series, and right now we're gonna get 10 minutes break, during which we're gonna have talks to the head coaches of Team Kharkiv Academy and Zhytichi-Polissya. So tune up.
Вітання усім, спілкуємося з наставником Зhytichi Academy.
So, head coach of Team Kharkiv Academy Sergey Kovalenko is with headsets.
Кроком залишився до того, аби здобути бажані медалі чемпіонату. Тим не менше, у вас була така невеличка великодня перерва. Скажіть, будь ласка, чи ви так більш інтенсивно готувалися саме до цієї матчі, чи дали гравцям трішки відпочити?
Але ж на такий великий день ми не тренувалися, хлопці відпочивали.
So about the previous holidays, Sergey Kovalenko told that his team get the rest day.
Напередодні у Житичі трошки були там мікротравми.
On the Easter, yeah, his player got some small injuries.
Ну і потихеньку, потім з понеділка ми їх приводили в чувство.
And from the Monday of this week, team started to prepare for the next
Вийшов команди Житичі, напевно,
matches.
травмовані Бондар.
For about the Zhytichi squad, to Sergey Kovalenko feels that probably some injuries of the main players of this team, as Vitaly Bondar, and not only.
Як то кажуть, по-тренерськи дати правильні настанови.
And of course, Sergey Kovalenko told that he needed to get the right word for his players to motivate them, of course.
Хлопці настроєні нам, правильно ви кажете, що один крок залишилось зробити, це виграти одну партію.
So yeah, right now Team Kharkiv Academy needs only one set, one step to these bronze medals, and of course his team don't need any more motivation.
Але ж осталось всього лиш одна партія. Будемо
Yeah, like during the whole season that was up and downs for the Team Kharkiv Law Academy, but yeah, there is only one set left. But maybe who knows? But as we can see, the approach of Sergey Kovalenko to finish this series right into this match, and of course his team is pretty close to this one. And let's see what Sergey Terekovsky could tell us about this game.
Також спілкуємося з наставником Zhytichi-Polissya Сергієм
So,
Терековським.
head coach of
Сергію, вітаю вас.
Zhytichi-Polissya.
Третій матч у рамках бронзової серії. І перш за все, що кидається в очі, це досить таки експериментальний склад у вас сьогодні. Скажіть, будь ласка, у зв'язку з чим він все ж таки сьогодні у вас такий, чи хотіли, можливо, здивувати суперника, чи, можливо, є невеличкі складнощі з здоров'ям на гравців?
Не було в нас такого задуму здивувати суперника. Перший матч за бронзу і другий.
So Sergey Terekovsky told that his team didn't want to intrigue with their squad.
Цеплятися за перемогу, а сьогодні у нас вимушена заміна.
First few matches was
І робка на тренуванні при підготовці до третього матчу полишили большие травмування.
It wasn't really easy to get the chance to battle for the victory, and before the third game, Andriy Robko as well as Vitaly Bondar got some injuries on the training sessions.
Ніщо не мішало нам цю партію. Ми йшли попереду, але все вирішує кінцівка, де ми
So about the first set,
тренування.
Sergei Teryakovsky felt that for the whole set his team was ahead, but yeah, in the end, maybe some experience issues or
Я йому дякую, що він
just emotional problems for his players didn't let them
цю позицію, але цього замало поки що.
to go, so he thanks to Dmytro Shavrak, who replaced the middle blocker, even though this is not his position, but of course Sergei Teryakovsky told that right now this is not enough for his team. So with that, in a few minutes we're gonna come back on the third set of this match, and who knows, this is might be the last one, but let's hope for the intrigue of the match. Once more we are in Chernivtsi region on Arena PVLU, and in few seconds gonna be started the third set between Zhytichi-Polissya and Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Let's see what the replacement on the court by Sergei Terekovsky, and as we can see, Bogdan Anipko gonna be the starter outside hitter, as well as Mikita Luban. For Zhytichi-Polissya, the first number of team from Zhytomyr, replacing Denis Gubenko, who is now actually the leader scorer of Zhytichi in this game. And if we are talking about the best scorer for Team Kharkiv Law Academy is Alexander Tereshchuk with 7 points as well. And after this blockout, Viktor Shapoval gets his 7 points as well this match, getting the touch of Mykola Rudnitsky. Yeah, pretty lucky touch, and that wasn't lucky enough for Zhytichi-Polissya to beat a block. Bogdan Anipko tried to play off the hands of players of Team Kharkiv Law Academy, but Vladislav Antonenko gets everything from that he needed. And after this kill block, 2 points to 0 in the start of the third set. That let me remind, in case of Team Kharkiv Law Academy gonna be victorious, gonna be the last in this bronze medal series. Finally, team from Zhytomyr gets their first point after this attack of Alexander Hydarenko and touch of the net by Viktor Shapoval and Bogdan Anipko to serve. Great one, but Sukhinin was ready for everything. And another point in the attack, Mikita Arbuzov brings for his team 3-1 in the start of the third set, and Shapoval on the service line. Two previous games he got few points from the service line, but right now Zhytichi is getting somehow these points. Vitaly Parshin showed that the ball went out, but Mikita Luban was pretty sure that the blockers of the opponent's team touched the ball in previous one, and one of the players of Team Kharkiv Law Academy told that yeah, that was the case in previous play. So second point for Zhytichi-Polissya after all. Mykola Rudnitsky, captain of team from Zhytomyr, tried to get another ace, but another service mistake for him during this game. A lot of mistakes for Zhytichi-Polissya in this one. For 2 sets, so they got 20 their own mistakes on reception and attacking. In the second one, actually, with the service, so they were much better. Only one mistake after all, after the 8 from service line in the first set. But even though with the better play on the service line and more aces than in the previous set, that was not enough, cause attacking of Zhytichi-Polissya in previous was pretty poor, let's say this way. 5-3, Team Kharkiv Law Academy on service line after another service mistake by Alexander Hydarenko. Not the best match for this player versus his previous team. On this component, Shavrak gets another one for Zhytichi-Polissya. Yeah. Sergei Terekovsky told that during the training sessions before this game of Zhytichi-Polissya and Team Kharkiv Law Academy, two leaders of this team, Andrei Robko and Vitaly Bondar, got injured. So this is the case why from the start of the game Alexander Hydarenko started as a main opposite of Zhytichi-Polissya, and Dmytro Shavrak actually got to change his role to middle blocker. Sergei Trekovsky thanks him about that, but of course he is to realistically understand that Shavrak is not good enough right now on this position, not only the blocking component but the attacking as well, and his team is struggling without the second middle blocker. But what to do? What to do? We're gonna have the replay of previous episode after the attack of Vitaly Sukhin. Vitaly Parshin gets this challenge himself. No one of the coaches, no Sergei Trekovsky or Sergei Kovalenko, asked about that. Referee, the first referee, can get challenges himself, and once actually one of the teams lost their 2 challenges that both teams can get through the set. There are a lot of appealing to the referee almost after each episode to take the replay, and of course this is the tense that referees need to deal with. Somehow 2 pretty good attacks, and after all the ace by Dmytro Shavrak. He wasn't the best on the service game throughout whole game. He wasn't the best on attacking line as well, but in the most needed moment he turned on. And yeah, 2 previous attack was a bit lucky, let's say this way, because both times Alexander Tereshchuk got chances to block this ball, but the ball went between his hands. And another one for Zhytichi-Polissya, actually not the best touch on the set for Ilya Polishchuk, and 7-6 pretty quickly. Everything turned up on 180, and Zhytichi-Polissya already is in the leading spot, but not for a long time, because Alexander Tereshchuk gets this 7 points for his team, and right now this is a tie on the scoreboard. 7-7. Ilya Polishchuk and Tereshchuk got another chance for them. Mykola Rudnitsky tried to guess, and his guess wasn't the right in previous play. Vitaly Sukhin once more serving this game. Perekhodnyuk on the defense, and not the best set from Ilya Polishchuk, but another 11 number. But for Zhytichi-Polissya, Mykola Rudnitsky tried to get attack with the first touch, but after touching the ball he touched the net as well, and we can see that, yeah, fingers get a small touch of the tape after all. And with that 8th point for Team Kharkiv Law Academy has occurred, and Vitaly Sukhin gonna serve once more this game. In previous, Igor Antoniuk replaced him during the set and get nice play on the reception, more stability in this component, and that actually was all Team Kharkiv Law Academy needed in the previous one. 8-8 after service mistake from Sukhin. Kuranov serves for his team, and what a nice attack by Mikita Arbuzov. Pretty confident play on the front side of the court. Great attack from the fourth zone, and that brings another point for Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Alexander Tereshchuk on the service line. Great touch by Bogdan Nipko. Rudnitsky, and what a save by Team Kharkiv Law Academy. In the end, Alexander Haydarenko attacks once more. Sukhin places the ball for Mikita Arbuzov, and somehow Kuranov and Luban couldn't save this ball. So another point for Team Kharkiv Law Academy. 10-8, and Tereshchuk gonna serve another time. And what an ace to the line. 10 point was before and 11th after all. After this great service of Alexander Tereshchuk, that was actually his 9-point in this game.
Хлопці, давайте трошки розберемося. Я розумію, що вже як ви десь у вас настрій такий. Але там є вболівальники, переживають і дивляться. Давайте характер.
So Sergei Terekovsky would like his team to show what they are made of. He understands that maybe the motivation or the emotional level for his team is not the best, but he wants his team to play not only for themselves but for the fans as well. 11-8, 3-point lead for Team Kharkiv Academy, not something Zhytichi couldn't deal with, but of course for getting to the opponents, after all, you need to show from which component you could came back. And Bogdan Nipko was pretty good in previous play, getting the ball for his team after this blockout touch, and gonna serve himself, try to get another one via the ace, but 2 times in a row he wasn't able to be the perfect. 12-9, and this is the chance for Viktor Shapoval to serve the ball. Nipko receiving, and Luban from force to force, great attack with a cross-court trajectory, and 10th point for Zhytichi-Polissya. Yeah, unstoppable spike of outside hitter of Zhytichi-Polissya after all. And Mykola Rudnitsky on service line. Not the best touch of Vitaly Sukhin, but this is the thing that his team can play with. And Mikita Arbuzov once more get from the force the point for his team, gets this gap by the block, but maybe not even the gap, but just Shavrak wasn't jumping with the right tempo, and that was the case. Another point for Zhytichi-Polissya. Alexander Hydarenko gets this one on 11-13, but these games of side out, of course, is favorable for Team Kharkiv Academy. Right now they get 2-point lead, and Volodymyr Yablonsky gonna come on the court to replace Alexander Hydarenko. Yeah, Hydarenko this game isn't the best on the service line. Once more, Yablonsky gets on the court. First touch from him. And what a beautiful play for Ilya Polishchuk, even though Shavrak is much higher, but of course the experience of these types of plays is better for Ilya Polishchuk. 14-11 after all, and this is the chance to serve for Vladislav Antonenko. First touch for Nipko. Hydarenko from the back. No touch of the block as well as no touch of the court. And that brings another one for Team Kharkiv Academy. 15-11, and Vladislav Antonenko to serve once more. Great touch by Luban, attack from the back, and what a nice chance. An attempt by Bogdan Nipko. He apologized about the previous episode where the ball landed, I'm not pretty sure where, to Vladislav Antonenko or the face or the chest maybe. That replay didn't show more information about that as well. 12-15, Zhytichi is on the serving line, but pretty fast side out by the captain of Team Kharkiv Academy, 16-12. Yeah, Mykola Kuranov is a bit upset because he couldn't stop the attack of Vitaly Sukhin actually did pretty nice job with the closing of this that new trajectory between 6 and 5. But actually the zone of the jump of Kuranov was a bit off. And that was the case how Sukhin get in the previous episode point for his team, but later on once more Zhytichi got their point not via the attack but with the touch of the net. And another ace by Dmytro Shavrak. Interesting one. During the whole game this was probably one of the worst servers, but as we can see the belief of Sergei Terekovsky in the Dmytro Shavrak pays off finally in the third set. And another chance for him. Good one by Shavrak. Sukhinin from second to second. Pretty technical here from the captain of Team Kharkiv Academy. Good follow shot that Alexander Hydarenko wasn't ready for. And Zhytichi-Polissya is asking for help to get the read of the weight of the floor after the previous defense attempt by Alexander Hydarenko. 17-14. Vitaly Sukhinin on service line. Bogdan Anipko wasn't ready to do anything. 18-14 and 48 aces for Vitaly Sukhinin already this season, and he needs once more to be the best aceman for some time, because of course Dmytro Shapoval from the Prometei gonna have at least 2 matches in the gold medal series of Prometei and Epicenter Podolany. Maybe even 3 matches. Who knows how long this series gonna be, because the teams are pretty close to each other. Sergei Terekovsky gets another timeout for his team, last in the third set. He wants to give some kind of motivation, some kind of emotional charge for his team to finish this set in a good manner. Bogdan Anipko gets through the double block. 15-18, 3-point lead for Team Kharkiv Law Academy after this side out of Zhytichi-Polissya. And we got substitution for Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Igor Antonyuk replacing Vitaly Sukhinin, exactly as in the previous one. Yeah, earlier on actually Colin could try to get the replacement of Vitaly Sukhinin with the Artem Troyanovsky, but during this series changed his mind and get the chances to play on the court for more experienced Igor Antonyuk, and this pays off pretty well for his team. Once more Viktor Shapoval gets another point for his team. 19-15. And Tereshchuk, strong one from him. And Antonyuk. What a nice way to get the last touch by Viktor Shapoval. Chance for Zhytichi in the attack. Nipko tried to approach with the blockout touch, but the ball landed in. Yeah, few inaccuracies by Team Kharkiv Law Academy, let's say this way, during this rally, but still in the end they was the team that reached that point. Another risky serve from Alexander Tereshchuk. Even though the ball went out, he got a few applauses of his teammates as well as Sergei Kovalenko. Yeah, as you can see, the head coach of Team Kharkiv Law Academy, even though his team got 4-point lead, is still pretty concentrated on the game. He wants his team to finish this as quickly as possible. And Viktor Shapoval gets another break to that. 21-16. Only 4 points. So Team Kharkiv Law Academy need to finish this set victorious, to finish this game victorious, and this series victorious for the bronze medals of the Superliga Budinvest. Close to be the first ace for Viktor Shapoval this game, but the ball didn't land in. And that means that this is gonna be the chance for Zhytichi to serve Mykola Rudnitsky with the ball in his hands. Arbuzov receiving the ball, attacking after all and doing everything perfectly. 12 point for Mikita Arbuzov. This game he is the best scorer for now from both of the teams. If we are talking about the leader scorer for Zhytichi-Polissya is Alexander Hydarenko with 9 points his own, and with the score 22-17 in the lead of Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Captain of team from Kharkiv, Vitaly Sukhin, coming back on the court to replace Igor Antoniuk. Shavrak didn't get the ball in the side of the court of Team Kharkiv Law Academy, but that wasn't the case because Vladislav Antonenko touched the net in previous episodes. So 18-22, and Zhytichi-Polissya gonna serve. Yeah, Shavrak just gets the positive from each episode he can, playing on the role that not suits you well, but anyway, trying to help your team with anything possible. And of course, that bring positive emotions when you get lucky in some episodes, or can be just efficient for your team. 23-18, and we got a double substitution, this time not even Stepuy, but Pavlo Plotnik replacing Ilya Polishuk, and Denis Dekhtyar to the back and replacing Vladislav Antonenko once more. Alexander Hydarenko put the ball out of the court. 24-18, and 6 bronze medals points for Denis Dekhtyar. Gets final advices for Sergei Kovalenko maybe to finish this in a beauty way with the ace. Risky one, but yeah, not this time. Not this time. Denis Dekhtyar get the ball off the court. 19-24. Back substitution. Pavlo Plotnik is out of the court, and Ilya Polishuk is in. 19-24, and Mikita Luban is the one who can change everything. Great service from Ilya Polishuk, and Alexander Terechuk finishing up this bronze medal series. 3 sets. 2-0 in the third game, and 3 straight games victories for Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Team from Kharkiv is bronze medalist of this season's Superliga Budinvest. Congratulations to them, of course, and thanks for Zhytichi-Polissya to playing until the end, even though they had injured players, ill players, and of course that wasn't the best series from them, but they tried until the end and show everything they're capable of. So Mikita Arbuzov is the most valuable player of this game. He got 12 points in the third game of Team Kharkiv Law Academy, and Zhytichi 11 in the attack and 1 more in the block. So with that, the bronze medal series is of Team Kharkiv Law Academy. Is the bronze medalist of this season. Of course, let's once more congratulate them, and we can see. I can see the joy on the faces of all of the players and the staff, and not only In a few minutes, we're gonna have talks to the players of Team Kharkiv Academy as well as Zhytichi-Polissya. But before, let me say that tomorrow we got the third game of the gold medal series of Prometei as well as Epicenter Podolyany in this series. So 1-1. If we are talking about victories, so we are waiting at least for 4 matches, but who knows, maybe this is gonna be the 5-match series, so the first one only. And if we are remembering the whole playoff stage, so actually the first 4-game series at all, cause in the women's bracket, so Prometei defeated Dobrody in 3 straight games, and as well as Alanta defeated Team Ukraine under-17 in 3 straight games as well. And Team Kharkiv Academy just continuing with this fashion.
Після матчу спілкуємося з центральним блокуючим та капітаном ВК Zhytichi-Polissya Миколою
Captain
Рудницьким.
of
Микола,
Zhytichi-Polissya
почнемо з
Микола
того, що сьогодні
Рудницький.
на майданчику були відсутні Андрій Робко та Віталій Бондар.
next
Що з
to
ними сталося?
microphone.
В чому причина?
Ну, скажімо так, від цього ніхто не застрахований. Вони отримали на тренуваннях травми.
Andriy Robko and Vitaly Bondar got injuries, so no
Перший
one
сет доволі непогано
is
розпочали, але що з вами
covered
сталося у
from
другому?
that, so physically they was not
Доволі
able
непогано. Я вважаю, що ми гарно грали.
to
скажімо так.
play
Ну, не
today.
хватило.
Yeah, in the first set we played pretty well. Few mistakes didn't let us to finish victorious.
Ну, скажімо так, хотілося б, сказалось, бронзу мати там.
Yeah, final 4 plays. So yeah, we wanted to get the bronze medals, but of course
Два кроки назад.
we
Ну,
got
дякую вам та вашій
everything
команді за сезон.
we can.
Дякую.
Дякую за коментар.
No, thanks for everything. Yeah, of course, so Zhytichi-Polissya finished third in the regular season, but of course, if we are remembering the last stage of the regular season where MHP wins gets of this third place, so was defeated by Zhytichi and
А тепер спілкуємося з
Решетилівка. Of
капітаном
course,
ВСК
everything changed up.
Юридична академія Віталієм Сухініним. Віталій,
Captain
в першу
of
чергу
Team
вітаю
Kharkiv
вас з
Academy,
перемогою,
Vitaly
з здобуттям
Sukhin, is
бронзових
next to
нагород.
microphone.
Два попередні матчі завершилися з рахунком 3-1. Сьогодні теж впевнена перемога 3-0. Як вам взагалі гра сьогоднішня?
Важко було, навіть коли у Житичів не було
Yeah,
основних
this game was pretty
гравців, Бондаря і
tough,
першого
even
темпа.
though they got no
Але хлопці,
two players of the main,
кажуть, налаштовувалися
seven.
По максимуму.
but
Десь
the players that
Ми
replayed
були
them
сильніші, десь
get
було багато
motivated
помилок.
to
Я
the
не можу
maximum
сказати, що це була така чиста
level.
гра, але перемога є
Yeah.
перемога.
They got
Підсумку
mistakes,
бронзові нагороди
maybe
Суперліги
didn't
«Будинвест». Чи задоволені
get
таким результатом?
enough
Так,
from
у нас
us.
з початку
so
сезону керівництвом було
Yeah, from the
завдання
start of
боротися
this
за будь-які
season,
медалі, бронзові
our
могли трошки вище, але
ruler told that we need to work for the medals during this season, and in the end we get the bronze. So yeah, maybe we would like to get some of the higher
незвично.
caliber,
якось, все
but
життя
of
десь
course,
постійно у якихось поїздках, десь в різних містах різні зали, а тут
yeah, during the whole my career
можна так
I
сказати.
traveled a
Набагато
lot
легше грати
during the
постійно.
whole season,
Я вас ще
but
раз вітаю
this
з
year
перемогою, з бронзовими
that
нагородами.
was
Дякую вам за
only
сезон.
one arena, only one city, and this is something interesting feeling to be in this situation. So let me once more remind you that tomorrow 7 past meridian, Friday of 21st April, we got the third match between Epicenter Podolyany and Prometei in the gold medal final series. Right now 1-1 we are victories, and of course the most interesting of this series is on its way. That was Oleg Shumeiko. Thanks you for your attention, and let's see and hear each other later on. Have a good night.